Today's speaker, Dr. Shane Kurth, is going to share with you strategies of how to really utilize Facebook and Instagram in a purposeful way that actually get you results and get more patients and clients coming into your practice and business. So if you're a chiropractor, coach, or healer, really listen up, because it's rare to really get into the mindset of somebody who is a true expert at their trade. And that is Dr. Shane. So enjoy.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Shane Kurth. I am the owner and founder of Apex Chiropractic. I practice out here in Louisville, Colorado, which is just a couple minutes outside of downtown Boulder. And it is one of the most competitive chiropractic markets in the world. And I've been practicing a little over 3 years. I've already grown my clinic to be one of the largest, if not the largest one in town, as well as the most awarded and highest reviewed. Majority of this stuff has been done through social media. It is a tool that everybody needs to be using right now for their business. My other company, which I've had for about 2 years now, is Vantage Point Marketing. That's the website you guys see pulled up right here. And essentially, it's a full social media marketing agency. We really focus in and specialize on Facebook and Instagram marketing to a highly targeted market. I'm just gonna let this, I don't want to spend too much time introducing myself because I've only got 20 minutes and I want to give you guys as much info as possible so you can go ahead and start implementing this. So I'm going to start here, let you guys watch this quick 1-minute video, and then we'll get right into some online training.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I move into the music. Step to the beat, I woke up too late, canceled all my plans, and I stepped right outside with my guitar in my hands, and the notes became alive as the sound caressed the air, and I kicked it up a notch as I strolled without a care, cause I'm going down the road to a brand new place, and I'll get there with a smile on my face. Yeah, so lift me up, I'm moving along, singing and dancing while I play my song. Yeah, I'm having a good time, keeping it going. Come on, clap your hands and won't you sing along, and I'll stay up high. Give our dreams their wings to fly. Gotta keep the fire, keep the fire burning, keep the hope alive. They gotta keep it turning. Feel the music from your head to your toes to your shoes. Kick them off and take a deep breath and shake off the blues. This is every day that you can pay my way, because everything is possible. Shout and say, hey, hey, I gotta go on it. Keep it pushing up and I'm marching, move along. And good things all around now that I can see and they see.
Alrighty, there we go. So one of the lines I want you guys to note there: we will no longer search for products and services. They will find us. And that's exactly what Vantage Point can do for your company. For the first time ever, we've been able to completely reverse engineer marketing. So until this new Facebook and Instagram ad system came out, the main way customers were finding your products or your services is if they were already looking for them. And then you already had to have, so basically, if somebody was looking for a hairstylist, you know, they're going to search Google 100% of the time, 99% of the time. And then you have to compete against all the other hair salons in the area. And you better hope that your hair salon is the first one of the top ones to come up above the fold on Google on the first page. Otherwise, you're losing business. So to put that in a nutshell, people are looking for a hairstylist, and that's the only way that they were finding your product or your service before. With this new ad system, we get to find our own customers and bring them into our office. So with Facebook, which we're going to get right into in just about 30 seconds, what we can do is go ahead and identify, if you take a look at this flow chart, who your target market is, and you'll have a very good idea of that. If you don't, that's something my company can help with as well. We'll go ahead and execute a campaign to your exact demographics, build custom audiences, implement a call to action, and then go ahead and see how the results came out, re-strategize, adapt, and improve, because algorithms online are always changing. Now execute a campaign to your exact demographics. We're going to show you how to build up these custom audiences. And the best part is now we get to go ahead and start promoting your company's brand, services, products, whatever type of things that you may sell to your target market. So now we get to choose who sees our stuff, and we don't have to sit around and wait for them to find us if and when they want to use us. So it's wonderful. In my opinion, and it's not even my opinion, it's just a fact now, there is no way people can leave social media marketing out of their budget. If they do, they are leaving money on the table. The only way social media marketing should not be part of your budget is if you have no marketing budget. If you do, this should be the #1 thing that you are spending money on currently. So we're going to show you, for starters, how to build up some of these custom audiences. So if you have Facebook, which a majority of you will, you'll want to go down here to Ads Manager, go ahead and open that guy up. And then this is going to pop up. So I'm going to get over to my business one. And for starters, we're going to show you how to build a couple quick custom audiences. So you're going to click Ads Manager, this tab up here, go down, click on Audiences. And now we're going to go to Create Audience. Click Custom Audience. And the first one we're going to show you how to do is using a customer file. So go ahead and click Customer File, add customers from your own file, or copy and paste data. So how this works, right here, a majority of people have email addresses, and contact lists already built up. I keep mine in an Excel sheet. So one of the best things about Facebook is they already know everything. Whether you know it or not, they know everything about you, which you're going to see in just a few minutes. So if somebody has a contact list of 3,000 email addresses, go ahead and get that Excel sheet out, copy them all, just paste them right here. You'll just copy, paste, hit next, and what Facebook is going to do, they are going to go ahead and start pulling all of the personal Facebook accounts associated with those email addresses and kick them into a custom audience. You can, I just keep mine as, contact list. Contact list audience. Once you paste the email addresses here, you hit next. It's going to take Facebook about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to go ahead and pull all of those Facebook accounts, and on the back end it's going to kick them into a custom audience. I'll show you where that appears in just a minute. The other thing you can do is you can also take phone numbers. So for those of you like myself that have a chiropractic office or some type of other healthcare, work in some type of other healthcare field, all these people that come into your office, you have their phone numbers. You should also have their email addresses, so you can export your software's database to get all those email addresses. Again, copy and paste them right here. And you can also do the same thing, copy and paste all of those phone numbers that you have collected. You go ahead and paste them here, and then I would just change the name for me for this one is patient contact list audience. And these, for me, I use ChiroTouch in my office, and I can export all my patients' phone numbers and email addresses, go ahead and paste them in here, and then Facebook will work on pulling all those personal accounts that are associated with those. So you can go ahead and hit next. I'm just going to hit cancel because I've already done this. And then what it's going to do is it's going to kick them right here under your audiences, and it'll show you how many people. And then this name right here correlates to the name that we typed in, like contact list custom audience. After about 45 minutes, it'll turn green and say ready, and it'll let you know how many Facebook accounts it pulled. Now we're going to come back to why these are so important, because now when we run in just a few minutes, when I show you how to run an ad, what we're going to do is now we already have a custom audience that we can show our educational materials, coupons, ads, whatever you want to do to them. And these are people that you've already seen that you're maybe trying to get repeat business from, or new people that you haven't seen that you want to come into your office. But now we're not wasting money because these are already people that you've met. They know about you. The other one we're going to do, create audience. We're going to go into click on asset library, and we're going to go down to the tab that says pixels. So if you have not done this already, I'm just going to click on my Apex Pixel. If you have not done this already, when you click on Pixel, a big screen is going to come up here that says Create Pixel. You're going to want to go ahead and hit Create. Now what a pixel does is when you create the pixel, it gives you a code that you give to your web developer that they install on the back end of your website. And essentially what that does, now anytime somebody visits your website, Facebook automatically steals that person's account and throws it back into that audience, that custom audience tab. So I call mine, I've got a few websites, so I had a few pixels going, so I just label mine Apex Pixel or Vantage Point Pixel, and it's going to steal everybody's Facebook accounts without them knowing and stick them into a custom audience. And why that's so good is because if somebody's on your website scouting you out, they're generally interested in what you are doing and most likely want to use your products or services. So for all those people out there, I know all of you know what I'm about to say. Whenever you go to Amazon or you go to a website, you're looking to buy something new, you don't buy it right away, and then let's say you hop back on Facebook and like 30 minutes later you're like, how the hell did these people know or that I was even looking at this stuff? How do they even know, and why is it on my Facebook feed showing up in front of me again? Because they have a pixel. So we do that for people all day long. It is very easy to do. So for example, if somebody goes to the Vantage Point website, or if they go to my Apex Chiropractic website, you better believe within one day I've got an ad going that's always running that is shown to these people that have visited my website. And it can say whatever you want it to say. I'm typically like, you know, we missed you while you were visiting our website. Here's a second chance to come in for a promo offer to our office. Click here to claim it now. And all marketing research shows that people need to see things 7 to 11 times before they take action. So that's the best part. If you go ahead and get people that are interested in your stuff that didn't take action right away, and you build up these custom audiences, they will grow over time. So you have a mass amount of people that are interested in your services to continue to show ads to sway them or persuade them to begin using your products or your services. So in the beginning, it's more about the brand recognition, the brand awareness. Once we get about 4, 6, 8 weeks in and people have seen your stuff 7 to 11 times, now this is when the sales really start kicking in to grow your business and take it to the next level. And what the pixel does, it's kind of like Google Analytics, but Facebook tracks it for you with the pixel, is every day it's going to keep track of how many new people have been to your website. So, you know, this is my chiropractic website, averaging somewhere between 40 to 100 people that have been hitting it per day. So that's 40 to 100 new people that are getting kicked into my custom audience that are interested in possibly coming to see me and getting some chiropractic care. And those conversions go way up for those ones that don't take immediate action, because they're going to continue to get hit with Apex Chiropractic educational information and ads until they come in, and even after they come in. So those are the 3 types of custom audiences that I wanted to show you for this video. I don't have enough time to show you everything. There's about a dozen different type of custom audiences that you can build up. So the next thing I want you to do, now that we have these custom audiences, we're going to click on this tab and go to Ads Manager. This is where you run all of your ads. Now, if you don't have a business Facebook page, you're already behind, so make one now. The best thing is, if you don't have a contact list built up and you just start a pixel, it's going to take a little while for it to build up a big enough audience to use to run an ad to. But the best part with Facebook is that we can, even if you have a business page with 0 followers, you get to pick out and choose who you want to show your stuff to by paying Facebook a little money. So click Create Ad up here. I'm going to show you how to do the beginning portion of this, so you guys can go ahead and start implementing that now. So whenever you run a campaign, these are all the different campaigns you can run. So it's going to change depending on the business that we are working with. Like somebody who has an e-commerce store, we're going to do a little bit differently than somebody who has a service-based industry like a massage studio or a chiropractic office. But with any of the campaigns right now, Facebook and Google, they're in a battle because Google owns YouTube, Facebook owns Instagram, and Facebook and YouTube are basically in a war to try and see who can give businesses the lowest bang or cost to show video ads to consumers. So right now, the best way to get the most reach for the minimum price is with video views. So you go to video views, you can call your campaign whatever you want to call it. And when you click here, so you have your custom audiences. So custom audiences, these are those things that we just built. You can click there and we can go ahead and click custom audiences that you've had built up, and then boom, you don't have to use any of the demographics if you don't want to, but the demographics are still the best part. I have multiple ads going. So for this, I'm just going to pretend like we're going to run it for a chiropractic office. So what we want to do, we want to start by going ahead and doing the town name. So let's just take Boulder, Colorado. You can, I'm going to lower it down to be a 10-mile radius. So now this is the bubble that Facebook, and since we're in the mountains there, you can actually, you can move this thing around wherever you want, but basically within this bubble is where the ad is going to go. So for a chiropractic office, most people's target market, at least mine, is women, middle-aged women. So I typically start at 26 years old. And I leave it to go over 65 years old just because there's not that many people that are in their 60s that are on Facebook yet. And the ones that are, they usually respond very well to ads because they don't have thousands and thousands of friends that they're looking through. So they see the ads a lot more than most people. And then I'm going to click women. So we're going to start with a 10-mile radius. I want you to keep note of this number. This is how we get a very highly targeted audience. We have 160,000 people. So for me, and that started at well over 1 million. After we did our geographic radius, it dropped it down. Once we changed the age, it dropped it down. Once we go to women, now we've already taken a couple million people down to 85,000. So the higher, the more targeted we can get this audience, the better. That way we're not leaving money on the table showing people things that they don't want to see. So right now we're searching out our customers that will like our stuff. So you can make it language specific if you want. Detailed targeting. So I'm going to go for moms. And I'm just going to go actually hit browse. You can go to interests, demographics, and then I'm going to click parents, moms. So I'm going to go ahead and check all these boxes. And yes, Facebook knows that you're a mom. All you ladies out there, they've got all this information. So what I'm doing now is I'm only going to show my ad to all of these moms. So now we've gone from 85,000 down to 25,000. So what we're going to do is narrow the audience even further. So narrow audience, and so they must be one of these type of moms, and they must also match. I'm going to go, let's say, yoga, cycling, running, and I'm getting these because we want the active women. They're usually the ones that take care of themselves. Running, fitness, and we'll just leave it there. So they must be one of these moms. They must also match or be interested in one of these categories. So now we're down to 19,000, and I'm going to narrow it even further. And this is one of the best things. You don't want to advertise to people who can't afford what you do. So go back in the demographics. Yes, Facebook knows how much money you make. And for me, I don't play around with these lower numbers. There's more than enough people in this world that make the money they need to afford your products or your services. So I typically start at $75,000 and go ahead and check across the board. So now they must match all, at least one, pretty much they have to make or live in a household that makes $75,000 a year or more. Typically people who do that have a little bit more financial freedom. So now they have to be one of these type of moms who is interested in one of these types of fitness or exercise, and they must also live in an average household income that makes over $75,000 a year. You don't want your competition to see what you're doing. So for me, let's say this is for a chiropractor. I'm going to go ahead and exclude people who are chiropractors, not who are interested in chiropractors, but the job title. So that's somebody like myself whose job title is a chiropractor. Now your competition doesn't see what you're doing, which is great. So now we've gone from a couple million people down to 16,000 people. And when you can also edit the placements, I particularly leave Instagram checked, the audience network. I don't use instant articles, in-stream videos. For this particular ad, I wouldn't, but you can change where these are placed on Facebook. Again, I don't have time to go through all of this stuff with you. I typically just roll most of my ads in feeds, but again, that changes depending on the business. The budget, so we've gone down to 16,000 people. Now we get to pick our budget, daily budget, on what we want to do to hit these 16,000 people. So for just $5 a day, we can reach somewhere between 300 to 800 people per day for just $5. If you want to boost it up to $20 per day, now we can reach somewhere between almost 3,000 people per day that didn't know about your products or your services. So this is great stuff. And then you go ahead and continue. I always publish the video that I want to use for my campaign before I get to this part. So you want to publish that on your page. Go to use existing post. Make sure you're on your right. I have a few pages. Make sure you're on the right page. And now you can scroll through your recent posts and click whatever one you want to use. So this is a professional MMA fighter that I'm getting ready to run an ad behind anyway, signing some autographs for the kids. Now this exact post or ad, it's going to show up like this, depending if someone's on a desktop or a computer or a cell phone, and it's only going to show it to those people that we weeded out. So we went from a couple million down to just a few thousand, and then the next step, I don't have time to teach you how to do this now, but we can take the people who actually watched that video and now retarget them, show them some type of offer to entice them to come in to your office. I wish I had a little bit more time to talk, everybody, and if anybody is interested in a consult or just learning a little bit more of the details, it does take a lot more than 20 minutes, unfortunately. This is my website. You can learn a lot more here. My contact information is on there as well, and it's going to be attached to this presentation with some details. I just really hope everybody dives into this stuff right now and begins to do some Facebook and Instagram marketing. My personal favorite is still Instagram. I love Facebook. I do both of them, and we work with all different types of companies. So we've got large multi-million-dollar medical companies. I also work with local coffee shops. The best thing is with social media, there is a budget for everybody. So everybody enjoy this marketing summit and go ahead and start implementing things as soon as possible.
So I hope you really enjoyed that presentation. I sure did. And I wanted to jump back on here and just share with you a little bit about the gold membership that we have in place for the participants at the Virtual Marketing Summit. This one is just for you guys. So we have some special perks for you to engage even more with the 12 speakers. So let me tell you a little bit about it. When you enroll in the gold membership, you receive lifetime access to all 12 presentations, both in MP3 and MP4 format, so that you can even have your team listen to it. If you are implementing a specific marketing strategy that you heard during the presentation this month and you want to revisit it, you have lifetime access for you and your team to study it in detail. And you also get downloadable implementation guides of all 12 presentations that you can utilize to map out how to implement the strategies that we've been talking about this month. And you also receive a special gift, a unique gift from every one of the 12 speakers. They include, like mine is the 5-day Freedom video course, and there's others are ebooks, several ebooks are included. There's a free memberships, 3 months membership to marketing strategy courses, and much, much more. It's incredibly packed filled with valuable, actionable content for you to implement immediately into your practice. So I just moved to Austin, Texas in August. And we were just in the end of the month, like we only been here for 10 days, hit by the Harvey hurricane, which I'm sure you heard about, the devastation that happened here in Texas. And even though Austin, we were not hit hard at all. We had a little bit of flood in our backyard, lost electricity for 4 hours. That was it. Much of the state is into total devastation. And I decided that I want to give the 100% of the proceeds from the gold membership from the virtual marketing summit to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund to help those families. Now, the total value of the gold membership is well over $1,000. But you can enroll in the gold membership for just $97. And as an extra benefit, you get to contribute to helping the families who have been completely devastated because of Hurricane Harvey here in Texas. To enroll in the gold membership, just click on the link right below this video and it will take you directly to the webpage where you can enroll, and you'll receive instant access to all of this valuable information that I told you about.